Hi there, my name is Kate Moore. I'm 34 years old and I'm a culinary educator here in South Minneapolis. And when I'm teaching my students, I really like to take what I think of as like the Alton Brown approach to cooking. And maybe it's because we went to the same school, or maybe it's because we're both really big nerds. I don't know. But what that looks like to me is really about teaching the principles behind the recipe so that the students have an opportunity to really build their culinary intuition, and it allows them to cook with a lot more confidence so that they're like, who's the boss of this food? I am, and I'm going to make that food go in the direction that I want it to go. And that's what I'm going to do today with you. So last night I made this really delicious Thai curry with butternut squash and kale, and left over I have some roasted butternut squash and onions, and even though it was really good, that was super yesterday, and today I kind of feel like coming back home, and it's a beautiful fall day outside, and so I wanted to make a really nice roasted vegetable, white bean, and rosemary dip. What I've got is about 2 cups of my leftover roasted butternut squash and onions. I've got about a half a can of drained and rinsed white beans, and that's my pantry staple. And then I've got, give or take, a tablespoon or so of chopped rosemary, and that's my like directional pusher herb and seasoning. I'm just gonna heat this up, my pan up on the stove, lube it up a little with some oil, and then I'm really just wanting to saute my butternut squash with the rosemary just to activate the oils of the rosemary and get everything being like really sexy and fragrant and awesome. And so let's back it up a little bit and talk about the principles of this. So you have vegetable guts plus beans plus directional herbs and seasonings. And what's so amazing about this is that you can switch it up to include anything that you happen to have around. You know, switch the vegetable, switch the bean, switch the herbs and seasonings, and you have a whole new dish. Okay, so now I have my highly seasoned, rosemary-alicious butternut squash and onions, and I have it in the bowl of my food processor with my white beans. So I'm just going to buzz this up really fast. And here's a good opportunity for you to choose. Do you want it, really smooth, or do you want it chunky? So you're the boss, so you get to choose. So it's a little bit tight, so I'm going to kind of loosen it up with just a little bit of water to get it to be the consistency that I'm looking for. And then you're good to go, and we have this wonderful kind of rustic white bean puree that's going to be really delicious for so many things. So it could be really good like just as a snack on a pita chip, or brain melter, stuff that inside of like a ravioli or a pork chop or a chicken breast. Be amazing. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Be the boss of your food, and I hope to see you soon.